So I'm taking time out, Virginia. This is 1-inch board, 16 feet. The church, has moved on to some chairs and stuff, so I took advantage of that. But when I went to get the pews, there were 20 of them. They helped me load the first 6 or 7, and then they were closed. So then I had to load the rest by myself. So I rented a U-Haul trailer and pulled it with a CX-9, Mazda CX-9. So it took me 3 or 4 trips, totally loaded up. And I wanted to give up. And so I wanted to give up, and I thought, man, I'll never be able to turn these pews into boards. I'm going to show you one other thing. This is the side of the pew. So I'm going to clean these up, and I'm going to try to design my own wainscot. Put some of these on the wall. And this is, it's the heart and the center of the pew. But it's been a lot of work, and I could take no for an answer. But I remember it's Judge Hewitt. It was in circuit court when I was appealing my case. And Judge Hewitt, he wrote something that should be discouraging, but it has been very encouraging. He said, the problem with this father is this father refuses to take no for an answer. Yeah. Because what would that mean? Except no, I can't see my kids, children. I can't have them back. I can't communicate with them. I can't be in their life. I can't parent them. What does that mean? That means like they are now in the house, 14, 16 hours a day, sitting alone, homeschooled. The mother homeschools them so she can hide them, because if she puts them in public school, then I can have access to their records, what they're learning, what they're doing. So she homeschools them. And so they're like living like the people under the stairs. I can't say yes to that. I can't accept, no, I shouldn't be involved in their life for that. They have schooling about 2 days a week with an accountant, the mother's best friend, that comes over to the house. Her name is Miss Kimberly. She is one of the wedges and alienators from the beginning, and the supporter of the mother. And instead of saying to the mother, your relationship with your ex-husband has been so great, why destroy it? She's encouraging, yes, I'll help hide your children. You can hide them at my house. I will show up and protect you. And she's all involved. She's as if she's the new husband replacement or something. And so no means that she comes to my children's house for a few hours twice a week to give them school. My son is 15. My daughters are 13 and 11. So most of the day they have school on computer. They determine when they're finished. They go and turn the computer on and educate themselves and do a couple of lessons. Then there are members from the church. This one lady, I can't remember her name, but the church they go to, the Stafford Seventh-day Adventist Church. This lady has been their sewing teacher. She's also in the military, or her husband's in the military. And they help my children by teaching them math via text. Like my son is getting his, because the accountant who comes over, who was an accountant, I think, for CPS even. So they have this thing all locked up and tied up. But the accountant, she doesn't know the math that my son is learning. So she's learning alongside of him, so she can't really help him in math. So a lady from the church, Stafford Seventh-day Adventist Church, she steps in. She's texting my son answers. This is not schooling. So should I accept no and just stay out of their lives? And no, I cannot accept no for an answer. So when they push me away and block me and try to do everything they can to discourage me from being with my children and tell me to just no, you can't be with them. The Judge Hewitt said, this father cannot accept no for an answer. And it literally says we are making the mother the physical custodian, because this father makes his children read nonfiction books and doesn't let them play Xbox. So accepting no for an answer means that I allow them to destroy the education, the social, emotional, church life, and intellectual opportunities for my children. But their own children, they have all of those things. The garden at Lightham, Christy King, she has that for her own children. The lawyers involved, Barry Waldman and Harvey Latney, for their own families, they have the best. They want to be the father. They want a father involved in the children's lives. But for my family, for my children, what they want is the best interest. And what Judge Franklin wanted, Judge Franklin of King George Seventh-day Adventist Church, what he wanted for my children is the best interest. And for him, that meant for me not to be in their lives. So they sit in the home all day, feed themselves, scavenge through. We're vegetarians, so they eat crackers all the time and make themselves egg sandwiches. That's their meal. And their grandmother, Paulette Wilson, she's with them a couple days a week. She'll make them porridge. Other than that, they're scrambling for food for themselves. They're bored. Their friends are friends they've invented on the internet. They're friends in another country, friends they never see, virtual friends. So, and they've replaced father with tablets, and that's not a replacement for father. So I can't say that that's okay. Why father refuses to take no for an answer. They thought I was like the typical Papa Bear that would just run away and abandon the children. But this dad's a mama bear, tenacious as a mama bear, relentless in my pursuit for restoring my relationship with my children. And that's what this project is about. Working on the woods and hardwood flooring. I have to show you that later. But it's about restoration, renewing, rebuilding, repairing the relationship. And I'll be back with you soon. Yes.